Hello everybody, in today's video I want to talk about this new Helo Innovation Agency that they just added to the game. Before we continue, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, the Amazon App Store and Ebony. Ebony is a strategy game where you get to build your city, train troops, and expand your empire. From the 6th of August to the 3rd of September 2024, if you're from the USA, you'll get 20% back in Amazon coins on all purchases made in Ebony. Here are the steps to do it. First, click the link in the pinned comment of this video or scan the QR code on the screen. This will take you to the Ebony landing page where you'll first need to download the Amazon App Store by simply clicking this button. If you get stuck, you can find more detailed instructions to download it at the bottom of the page. Next, you'll need to buy Amazon coins by clicking this link. The more coins you buy, the higher the discounts. For example, if you buy coins worth $500, you'll get a 10% discount, meaning you'll be able to buy them for only $450. Finally, download the Ebony game by clicking this link, and you'll be able to get 20% Amazon coins back on all purchases made in this game from the 6th of August to the 3rd of September 2024, or till supplies last. Make sure you use my link or QR code to buy Amazon coins as it helps support the channel. And now, let's get back to the video. So to access this agency, you simply click on this helicopter right here and then go to this Helo Innovation Agency. Over here, you'll get to see all of the different investments that you can do. For example, in the general revamp section, there are helicopter investments that you can do, and these investments require regular resources like cargo, cash, arms, and metal, but you also need this special resource called Helo Ingenuity chips. Now, you get these Helo Ingenuity chips by attacking skeleton mercenaries. Or you can also buy packs to get them. For example, this $5 pack gives you 1,000 Helo Ingenuity chip. Now, normally each skeleton should give you 2 Helo Ingenuity chips. So, for example, to do this investment, you need 200. So that means you would have to kill 100 skeletons just to do this one investment. So this investment increases Helo attack, and this one increases Helo defense, this one increases Helo HP and Helo speed. So these apply to all helicopters because it doesn't mention any specific helicopter over here. Then the next investments are bulker defense, vehicle defense, shooter defense, and biker defense. Now, these apply to your troops whether or not you use helicopters in your march. So if you max this investment out, you'll get 5% bulker defense immediately. It'll be passive, and it'll apply even if you don't use helicopters in your march. Right, so all of these give you 5% crew defense in total. And then there are 2 more helicopter investments which increase helicopter dealt damage and then lowers helicopter received damage. Then the next section is the complete upgrade section. The first one boosts helicopter dealt damage, and then the first one boosts helicopter dealt damage to countered Helo. So that means if your Helo counters the opponent's Helo, only then the helicopter dealt damage will increase. If it does not counter the opponent's Helo, then your dealt damage will not increase. Okay, then there's this bulker attack, which again is passive, and here you can get up to 10% bulker attack from doing this investment. And it's passive, meaning you don't need to use the helicopter in your march to get these stats once you do all of these investments. So all of these 4 will give you 10% crew attack. Then there's helicopter suppressive evasion, which lowers helicopter received damage from countered Helo. So again, if your Helo counters the opponent's Helo and the opponent's Helo does damage to you, then investing in this will reduce that damage. Then there's Heli Maintenance, which increases Helo stamina recovery speed, and Heli Threshold, which increases stamina limit by up to 20. So these are pretty self-explanatory. Then there's aerial damage nerf, which lowers enemy crew damage. This is pretty good because it doesn't lower enemy crew attack, it lowers enemy crew damage. However, it's pretty expensive. If you look at the cost, the first level itself is 2,640, so that's like 1,320 mercenaries. Then there's heli parameter innovation, which simply boosts the helo level limit. So currently the level limit for all helicopters in the game is level 80, but if you max this investment out, it'll go up to level 90. Then the next section is Warfare Alert. Now, Warfare Alert, the first one boosts crew attack, but here it specifically says in Helo leading ops. So that means you need a helicopter to lead your ops to get this buff, and it can give you up to 10% more crew attack if you max this out. Then there's boost crew defense in Helo leading ops, which again gives you up to 10% more crew defense if there's a helicopter leading your ops. Then this one is aerial attack nerf. However, here you don't need the Helo to lead your ops, and from here you can get up to 5% enemy crew attack reduction if you max this out. And same applies to this. This one gives you up to 5% enemy crew defense reduction if you max this out and you don't need a Helo to lead your ops. Then there's crew HP in Helo leading ops again, so you need a helicopter to be leading your ops to get this buff, and you can get up to 10% from here. And finally, there's crime evasion system, which lowers crew received damage, but only if there's a Helo leading the ops, and the buff is up to minus 10%. Then there's this warfare support, which seems to be a special skill where you basically get Helo armor worth 10k plus 0.2% of ops HP at the start of the battle. So Helo armor basically reduces the amount of damage your troops take from the enemy troops. So it's like having an extra shield. For example, if the enemy does 100,000 damage and you have like 10k Helo armor, then the armor will absorb 10k of that damage and your troops will only take 90k damage. So that's how Helo armor works. So you get 10k Helo armor plus 0.2% of your ops HP. Then there's aerial attack nerf, which simply lowers enemy crew attack. Again, this is a passive skill, which means you don't need the helicopter to lead your march to get this buff. There's lowers enemy crew defense again, which is also passive. Then there's Warfare Alert, which seems to be a special skill which activates at the beginning of the battle, and it gives a damage reduction effect lasting from the start of the battle till the end of the Helo's first round. So basically this effect lasts for just one round, but you get up to a 10% damage reduction. And then the next one boosts this skill even further by increasing the damage reduction to 20% and increasing the number of rounds by up to 5. So you can basically get up to minus 20% damage reduction for 5 rounds. Then there's primary armor support, which basically boosts this warfare support skill even further. So the warfare support over here gives you plus 0.2% of ops HP. That 0.2% can go all the way up to 1.2% if you max this skill out. And then if you max this one out, that 1.2% can go all the way up to 2.2%. So that is the Warfare Alert section. After that, you have Helo specific sections. So for example, this is the section for the Birdie helicopter. This is the section for the AH-1 helicopter. This is the section for the UH-1 helicopter. And they all pretty much have the same investments. So over here, if you invest in all of these 4 investments, you can boost your Helo attack, defense, HP, and speed. But this will only apply to the MH-1 helicopter, which is also the Birdie helicopter. Then there's MH1 parameter innovation, which basically boosts the limit of your the level limit of your helicopter by up to 10 levels. So earlier there was another investment that boosted the level limit by 10 levels. So it increased the level limit from 80 to 90, and this one can increase it from 90 to 100. However, keep in mind that this is a special investment because you not only need these Helo Ingenuity chips, but you also need Birdie fragments to do this investment. Then there's MH1 maintenance, which increases stamina recovery speed. There's MH1 threshold, which increases stamina limit again by up to 20 points. Then there's gear expansion, which basically lets you put an extra gear on your helicopter, and also you get 10% more stats on that gear. So the extra gear slot will give you 10% extra stats for whatever stats you get from that gear. So for example, if I unlock this gear slot, let's say, and I put a gear that gives me 10,000 extra HP, then because of this 10% buff, I'll get 11,000 extra HP, which is 10% more from that gear piece. And then that can actually be further boosted by this investment right here, which can increase it all the way up to 40% more. So 40% plus that 10% gives you a total of 50%. So now instead of getting 11,000 more HP, I'll be getting 15,000 more HP. Then there's this MH1 suppressive firepower, which simply boosts the MH1 dealt damage. And it says to countered Helo, so it only applies to Helos that it counters. And this one lowers the received damage from countered Helos. And finally, this is the last one, which reduces the enemy crew damage, but only if Birdie is leading your march, and it can go all the way up to minus 15%. Then all of the other helicopters have similar investments. So there's attack, defense, Helo HP, and Helo speed. Then there's Helo level boosts here. There's Helo stamina investments. There's the gear expansion over here. And then there's the damage increase and damage reduction investment. So these are all the same for different helicopters. So you should invest in the helicopters that you are using. Do not invest in all of these helicopters because these helicopter specific stats are not passive, they're active stats. And so if, let's say, you're using the UH2, then only invest in this UH2 tree. So that is pretty much all there is to the Helo Innovation Agency. For now, the only way of getting these Helo Ingenuity chips is by buying these packs or by defeating these skeleton mercenaries. But I'm sure that in the future, they'll add more ways of getting these chips, and it'll probably become easier to get these chips. So let me know what you guys think about this new feature in the comments down below. Also, make sure you click the link in the description below and download Ebony, as it helps support the channel. Before I end this video, I'd like to thank all of my patrons for the support. To support me, you can find my Patreon link in the description below. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.